Coming to the second Roman, students, in the second Roman we have three problems, and these three problems are very important. So let us study how to solve these problems. So let us start with the first problem. Observe the problem here. Formulate the following problems as a pair of equations and then find their solutions. Okay, so first we have to convert these statement in the form of pair of equations, and then we have to solve the problems. So watch the first problem here. A boat goes 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream in 10 hours. In 13 hours it can go 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream. Determine the speed of the stream and that of the boat in still water. Children, if you watch the problem here, we have two terms. They are downstream and upstream. Do you know the meaning of downstream and upstream? Downstream means if you are moving in the direction of water flow, then it is downstream. And if you are moving in the direction of opposite to the water, and that is upstream. Okay, if you are moving in the direction of water flow, that is downstream. If you are moving against the water flow, that is upstream. In the downstream, it is easy to move because water speed is added to our speed. In the upstream, it is difficult to move because our speed is reduced by the water speed. Okay, let me explain more clearly. So watch the figure here. So let us assume this is the river and the water flows in the direction as shown in the figure, and a person moves in the direction of water flow. So in this type of system, it is very easy to swim or move a person or a boat because water speed is added to the person's speed. That's why he feel very easy to move. Suppose the speed of water is 2 km per hour and the speed of a man in the water is 5 km per hour. So in this type of downstream, water speed is added to the person's speed. That's why he will swim more easily. Here in the case, he swims at the speed of 5 km per hour. Because this is downstream, water speed is added to his speed. So he acquires 7 km per hour because he is swimming at the rate of 5 km per hour and water speed is 2 km per hour. So water speed is added to the person's speed. That's why he will swim at the rate of 7 km per hour. So finally we can say that downstream means if you move or if any object moves in the direction of water flow, that is downstream. In that case, water speed added to the person's speed or object speed. Okay, upstream means, let us watch the figure here. Let us assume this is the river and water flows in the direction as shown in the figure, and a person moves in the direction against to the water speed. In this case, and we call this as upstream, in this case person's speed is reduced by the water speed because person moves against to the water. So that's why his speed reduced by the water speed. Suppose he is moving at the rate of 5 km per hour and water is moving at the rate of 2 km per hour. Because these two flows are in opposite directions, that's why water speed opposes the motion of the person's speed. He swims only at the speed of 3 km per hour. That means his speed get reduced by the water speed. Okay, so finally we can say that upstream means if any object moves in the direction opposite to the water flow, that is called upstream. In that situation, person's or object speed get reduced by the water speed. Okay, so in downstream we have to add the water speed to the person's speed or boat speed. In the upstream we have subtract water speed from the person's speed or boat speed. Okay, so here in the problem, a boat is moving in upstream and downstream. So for calculating speed of the boat in downstream, we have to add the water speed to the boat speed. And if we calculate the speed of the boat in upstream, we have to subtract water speed from the boat speed. Okay. Here in the problem we have to find the speed of the stream and speed of the boat in still water. So let us assume that speed of the stream x km per hour and speed of the boat in still water be y km per hour. Second Roman, first solution. Let the speed of the boat equal to speed of the boat in still water equal to x km ph, and speed of the stream equal to y km ph. Okay, we are assuming that speed of the boat in still water equal to x km per hour and speed of the stream equal to y km per hour. So relative speed of the boat in downstream equal to x plus y km ph. Student, as I told you earlier, in the downstream water speed is added to the person's speed or boat speed. So here boat is moving in the downstream, so that's why what is the relative speed of the boat? Yes, water speed is added to the boat speed, that's why relative speed of the boat in downstream equal to x plus y. We have to add water speed to the boat speed. And what is the relative speed of the boat in upstream? Yes, we have to subtract water speed from the boat speed. Let me write here. Relative speed of the boat in upstream equal to, here boat speed is x kilometer and it get reduced by the water speed. Here water speed is y kilometers, so we have to subtract water speed from the boat speed. So here water speed is y km per hour, so we have to subtract y from x. So relative speed of the boat in upstream equal to x minus y km per hour. So according to the given problem, a boat goes 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream in 10 hours. That means boat takes 10 hours time to travel 30 kilometers upstream and 44 kilometers downstream. Okay, so right here, according to the given problem, time taken to travel 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream equal to 10 hours. So we have to convert these statement in the form of linear equations. Okay, for converting this statement we use distance formula. So what is distance formula? Distance equal to speed into time. Here we need time, so time equal to distance by speed, because we are talking about time. So that means time taken to travel 30 km upstream and 44 km downstream equal to 10 hours. So we have to calculate how much time it takes to travel 30 kilometers in upstream and how much time it takes to travel 44 kilometers in downstream. So we have to calculate the time for traveling upstream and traveling downstream. So by using this formula we can easily calculate the time. So distance equal to speed into time. So that is, if we need time, we can transpose the values. So time equal to distance by speed. So by using this formula, we have to convert this statement. So let me write here. Students, don't get confused, watch carefully. Time taken to travel 30 km upstream. So we have to calculate the time for traveling upstream. So what is the time formula? Distance by speed. And what is the distance traveled by the boat in upstream? 30 kilometers. So that is time for the time taken to travel upstream. So that is T equal to distance equal to 30 kilometers, because it is given in the problem, because distance travel in upstream equal to 30 kilometers. So that's why distance equal to 30 by what is the speed of the boat in upstream? Yes, relative speed of the boat in upstream equal to x minus y. So the time is 30 by x minus y. Students, don't get confused. Distance equal to speed into time. So time equal to distance by speed. Here we have to calculate how much time it takes to travel for upstream. So the distance traveled by the boat in upstream is 30 km and speed of the boat in upstream is x minus y km/h. That's why time equal to distance by speed, distance equal to 30 km and speed of the boat in upstream equal to x minus y. So time taken to travel upstream, 30 km upstream equal to 30 plus x minus y. Okay, right here, that is 30 by x minus y plus, and it also travel 44 km downstream. So time taken to travel 30 km and 44 km equal to 10 hours. So we have to calculate how much time it takes to travel downstream also. So by using same formula, time equal to distance by speed, distance traveled by the boat in downstream equal to 44 kilometers. So that is 44 by, and what is the speed of the boat in downstream? Yes, x plus y. So time equal to distance by speed, that is 44 by x plus y. So this time and this time is equal to 10 hours. Okay, time taken to travel upstream 30 km upstream and time taken to travel by the boat in 44 km downstream is equal to 10 hours. That's why this time plus this time is equal to 10 hours. So this is the equation 1. And now coming to the second condition here, in 13 hours it can go 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream. So let me write here, time taken to travel 40 km upstream and 55 km downstream is equal to 13 hours. Okay, we have to convert these statement also in the form of linear equation. So by using same formula, time equal to distance, we can convert this statement in the form of linear equation. So write the times here. Time taken to travel 40 km upstream. So time equal to distance by speed. Here the distance is 40 kilometers. So that is 40 by speed of the boat in upstream, x minus y. So that is x minus y. And time taken to travel 55 kilometers. Okay, so time is distance by speed. Here what is the distance? 55. And what is the speed of the boat in downstream? X plus y. So that is time equal to 55 by x plus y. So and this time is equal to 13 hours. Name this equation as equation 2. Okay students, now solve the equation 1 and equation 2. Here in the equation 1 and equation 2 we have a common terms. They are, we can write the 30 into 30 by x minus y as 30 into 1 by x minus y. Similarly we can write 40 by x minus y as 40 into 1 by x minus y. So we have a common term in both equations, that is 1 by x minus y. And similarly we have another common term, that is 1 by x plus y. We can write 44 by x plus y as 44 into 1 by x plus y, and 55 by x plus y as 55 into 1 by x plus y. That is, we have another common term, that is 1 by x plus y. So right here, take 1 by x minus y equal to a and 1 by x plus y equal to b in the equations 1 and 2. So by taking a value in the place of 1 by x minus y and by taking b value in the place of 1 by x plus y, we get the equations like this. Therefore we get, that is 30a plus 44b is equal to 10. Name this equation as equation 3. And if we substitute a, b values in the equation 2, we get 40a plus 55b equal to 13. And name this equation as equation 4. Okay students, we are substituting 1 by x minus y value as a and 1 by x plus y value as b. So that's why it becomes 30a plus 44b, because 30 by 1 by x minus y equal to 30 into 1 by x minus y. But here we are taking 1 by x minus y value as a, that's why it becomes 30a, and similarly it becomes 44b. That's why equation 1 becomes 30a plus 44b equal to 10. And similarly we can write the equation 2 also as 40a plus 55b equal to 13. Now solving these equations we can get a, b values. So here I wish to eliminate a coefficient, so that's why I am raising equation 3 by 4 times and I am raising equation 4 by 3 times. Solve 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So here I am multiplying equation 3 by 3, that is equation 3 into 30 120 here. So we are raising equation 3 by 4. 4 into 30a, 120a. 4 into 44. 4 40s are 160 and 4 4s are 16. 160 plus 16, 176b. 4 into 10, 40. And equation 4 into 3. Because I wish to eliminate a coefficients, that's why we have to make them as numerically equal. If we multiply the equation 4 by 3, 3 into 40a, 120a plus 3 into 55b. 3 50s are 150 and 3 5s are 15. So finally the answer is 165b equal to 3 13s are 39. Okay. Here I wish to eliminate a coefficients, but these are having same symbols. That's why we have to change the second equation symbols. Here plus 120a minus 120a get cancelled. 176b minus 165b. So the answer is 11b. And 40 minus 39 equal to 1. So that is b equal to 1 by 11. Okay. Now substitute the b value in equation 3. Substitute b equal to 1 by 11 in equation 3. What is equation 3? 30a plus 44b equal to 10. So that is 30a plus 44 into b means 1 by 11 is equal to 10. Here 11 get cancelled, 44 in 4 times, that is 30a plus 4 into 1 4 equal to 10. That is 30a equal to 10 minus 4. I am transposing 4 value. That is 30a equal to 10 minus 4, 6. A equal to 6 by 30. Here 6 table get cancelled in these two values. That is in 6 1 times and in 30 5 times. That is a equal to 1 by 5. Okay. Here a equal to 1 by 5. But actually a equal to, what is a? 1 by x minus y. 1 by x minus y. Therefore 1 by x minus y equal to 1 by 5. Therefore x minus y equal to 5. And name this equation as equation 5. And here b equal to, what is b value? 1 by 11, and actual b equal to 1 by x plus y. B equal to 1 by 11, but b equal to 1 by x plus y. Therefore 1 by x plus y equal to 1 by 11. Therefore x plus y equal to 11. And name this equation as equation 6. And solve equation 5 and 4 for getting xy values. Equation 5 and 6 for getting xy values. What is the equation 5? X minus y equal to 5. And the sixth equation, x plus y equal to 11. Here these two values are get cancelled. X plus x 2x equal to 5 plus 11 16. So x equal to 8. Okay. Substitute x equal to 8 in equation 5. X minus y equal to 5 is the fifth equation, and x value is 8. So if we substitute 8 in the place of x 8 minus y equal to 5. So we need y value, so transpose y and 5 values. 8 minus 5 is equal to y, therefore y equal to 3. Okay, so x equal to 8 and y equal to 3. So what is x in the starting? We assuming x equal to speed of the boat in still water. So right here speed of the boat in still water equal to 8 km ph. And what is y here? Speed of the stream, y equal to 3 km ph. Okay. Okay students, watch the problem here and take a screenshot of this problem and note this problem in your notes. Okay, I am giving you 5 seconds for taking screenshot. 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, and this continuation part is here also. I am giving 5 seconds to take a screenshot. 5 4 3 2 1, and the final conclusion. Okay, is it clear? Yes, that is 5 4 3 2 1. Okay children.